Okay, I mean, as soon as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander turns here, like, Ayo Dosunmu's got to get up right now. Like, you got to be battling for position. I mean, Ayo Dosunmu just is not. Look at the space he's giving him. Well, you just let him get to the block without having to do anything. So now he's... Ayo Dosunmu's got to have some idea what his man is doing right here. He can still help, but when your man cuts, like, you're just staring at the ball. As your man cuts like this, you can still help from over here so Zach LaVine can stay with Luguentz Dort. But, I mean, you're just... I mean, I don't even know what it is that you just did. It's an awful gamble by Patrick Williams. Why are you going towards the ball? What is this double team doing? And then you're going to gamble again here. I mean, that's... Okay, if you switch this screen, you got to get underneath the screener here. Like, there's no urgency even after this. You don't get underneath the screener. I mean, Patrick Williams now has got to be battling for position. What is Patrick Williams doing? Not that. Okay, why is DeMar DeRozan opening up his hip this way? You don't have any help here. Force Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here where you have help and where a double team is actually coming. Like, Coby White is coming to double, but you're just letting him go away from that. What is Andre Drummond doing here? Why are you standing in the middle of nowhere? Like, what is this? Could you please come over here, take Shai Gilgeous-Alexander so that Alex Caruso can go here? Like, what is Drummond doing? What the heck was that? I mean, again, okay, so Caruso's opening his hip up, letting Gilgeous-Alexander come this way. Why? Force him here into help. Like, what is going on? Andre Drummond's not in a defensive stance. He's going to be moving his feet inward on the pass. Look at Drummond's feet. See how he's moving his feet inward on the pass? You're giving up a corner three now. This is what happens when you're awful in drop coverage. Vucevic sees his man setting a screen. So back off and get your feet set so that you'll be able to guard the ball, but you can also recover. See, look, so Vucevic's feet aren't set, so he has no chance of recovering. That means DeRozan's got to step over and backside help. LaVine's got to sink in, and that leaves the corner again. What is DeRozan doing? If he's switching the screen, he needs to be level to the screener and in a defensive stance ready to guard. I mean, DeRozan just isn't even close. You see Caruso anticipating this screen. He's in a defensive stance with his feet set. Look when he's not. So he's anticipating. See him jump up? So you're trying to avoid this screen. Well, there is no screen yet, and now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is just going to blow right by you. All right, so if Nikola Vucevic is coming over here to double, stop. What is Coby White doing? You need to stay out on the perimeter, okay? Like, Vucevic stepping up to double. DeRozan would have to come in. If anything, you need to be over here and be ready to rotate to Jalen Williams. But, like, you can't... You have three people guarding the ball right now. I mean, someone's wide open. Why can't DeRozan just get in a defensive stance with his feet set? He has time to do so. Why is it that you're... I mean, you have no... That is so pathetic. It's completely pathetic here. DeMar DeRozan goes up for this layup. Nikola Vucevic should already be starting to sprint back now. You're just standing and watching. And then look at DeRozan here. Could you complain to the officials during a dead ball? Could you sprint back on a live ball? Like, look at this. Wow. That is nice effort. Okay, you're in drop coverage. Once this shot goes up, stop. Ayo Dosunmu's got to go find his man and box out. In fact, could anyone on the Bulls box out? I mean, this is... horrendous transition defense from Caruso. You already see it. Look at him backpedaling. Why can't you sprint back and get your feet set? You give yourself zero chance of guarding the ball like this. Like, could that have been easier? Why is Vucevic doubling here? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to pick his dribble up. Okay, so please just stay with your man and maybe see the ball and your man, not just the ball. I mean... If you're Zach LaVine, you got to stay attached to your man because if he slips the screen, if you're not attached to your man and he slips this screen, I mean, what's going to happen? You're just standing guarding nothing now. Horrible transition defense. First of all, if you're Javonte Green, you got to stay with Kenrich Williams, and Derrick Jones Jr. needs to get up here to take Josh Giddey. What are either of them doing? Like, especially Javonte Green. What is Javonte Green doing? Did you call for a switch? It certainly doesn't seem so because Ayo Dosunmu is still guarding the ball. So then you need to stay with Pokusevski. Because what does that do? Now Derrick Jones Jr. has got to stay underneath here and backside help, and that's just going to mean that he's not going to be able to guard his man who can just get it and go right by him. See, this is what happens when you don't box out. Goran Dragic is not boxing out. I mean, there's really not anybody on the Bulls boxing out. So you let these Thunder players linger around here to get, and this now happens. One Bulls player can help on the ball. So if it's Javonte Green, fine, then Zach LaVine has to stay home. But when you triple team the ball, there's just no ability to rotate. You're Zach LaVine on this switch. You have to be in a defensive stance with your feet set as soon as you're supposed to switch. Like right now, LaVine should be over here in a defensive stance with his feet set. Dosunmu gets under. But like, look at LaVine here. Like, you're not even sort of, like, what? Get your feet set in a defensive stance. You have plenty of time. Look at this. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hasn't done anything. You're already backpedaling. So you're off balance. I mean, what on earth? Okay, the shot goes up. Patrick Williams can't be staring at the shot. Go find your man, Kenrich Williams, and box him out. You don't do that. Can't do this if you're Alex Caruso. He's going to lean towards the screen and try and get over it early. Well, now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just beat you that way. Okay, could Alex Caruso stop scratching his leg or whatever it is he's doing? Like, could he get in a defensive stance? Look at this. You're just backpedaling. So you backpedal and you backpedal. And look, Pokusevski barely has to screen you. He can already pop to the three-point line. And that totally screws up your drop coverage. When you're guarding the ball, your only focus can be the ball. Look at Zach LaVine looking for a screen right here. So he's already committed to a switch. How on earth DeMar DeRozan isn't ready to guard because Josh Giddey hasn't even done anything yet. So that is just awful.